This is going to be one of the best videos that you watch if you want to get more calls booked on your calendar, you want to get more clients, and you never want to worry about client acquisition or making money ever again. This is the exact same system that when I was a broke 18-year-old, I locked myself in my dad's basement and I spent 12 to 18 hours every single day trying to figure this stuff out. And I cracked the code, and it still works almost a decade later for getting clients. And we use this every single day in our own business to book 6, 8, 10 calls every single day. And so I'm going to show you no gatekeeping. I did a live webinar. This is a recording of the entire process inside out. You can see everything. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. You're going to see my entire process on how you can start booking calls, getting more clients, and doing it completely organically without any paid ads. So let's dive in, and hopefully you enjoy. I'm going to dive straight in, show you guys the system, show you the sauce, give you guys everything you need to start making more money immediately. Once you have this skill set, you'll never worry about money again. You'll never worry about getting clients again, because this transcends platforms, okay? This transcends platforms. It transcends media, everything like that. And I'm going to show you how to do it without spending money on ads, without posting a ton of content, without doing cold emails or relying on referrals, any of that. And I'm going to show you the real sauce, and you guys can start immediately getting clients within a couple of days with this system and with this process. And you guys can, scale it up. You could do 20, 30, 50, 100,000 plus a month with this system. Okay. So you guys are fired up. Throw some emojis, throw some fire emojis in the chat, and let's get this rocking and rolling. And I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to dive straight into the system here. So this is the sauce. So now there's 1,000 ways you can skin a cat, as the saying goes, right? There's so many different things that you can do to get clients, right? You can go and you could do organic content. You could do short form, long form. You could do podcasts. You could run paid advertising on Meta, YouTube, whatever, right? And there's infinite ways. Cold email. I'm telling you, I've been doing this for a decade now. Every single day, we can predictably book around 2 to 4, even some upwards of like 6 calls a day from LinkedIn. And to show you some proof of that, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 calls that we did today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 calls yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 calls the other day. So we can predictably, reliably book between 4 to 6 calls every single day. That's what we're doing personally. And I'm going to show you how you can go and book calls, get clients, make money, grow your business, and never, ever, ever worry about how you're going to get clients ever again. Okay. So this is how you do it. So now the first piece of this is we leverage LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn consistently works. People that maybe have tried LinkedIn in the past are like, oh, it doesn't work, because they don't do it proper. Now, I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. And I'm also going to show you and give you some sauce on like what you need to do to actually convert people into booked calls. And we're going to go into that in terms of some real like ninja level stuff that I only really share with my clients, but I'm going to share them with you guys because this is everything that you need in order to get clients. So the first piece of this system is going to be your foundations. Now, this is where most people have this whole system wrong, is they don't have a clearly defined niche. Their offer isn't dialed in. They don't have good messaging. Their LinkedIn profile isn't established for authority. And then what happens is a lot of the times people do establish their profile, but then they make it too salesy. And then that gets low connect rates, gets low response rates, and they can't get clients out of this process. So the foundations is the niche, the offer, the messaging, and your LinkedIn profile. These days, a very simple, clean LinkedIn profile works extremely well. We kind of fly under the radar, and we're not salesy at all. If you look at most people's profile, they have like headlines here saying what they do. They have like, flashy banners in the background, but that just screams, I'm going to sell you some shit. And I'm telling you, it doesn't work. So you just have to be super clean, super non-salesy. Where you can do salesy stuff is more in the sales copy of your about section, and link them to some additional resources we'll talk about later on as well. But you don't need to do heavy content. It's mainly just positioning yourself as the authority. So that's the first piece of this. You need to get your niche, your messaging offer dialed in. That's the first piece. The second piece is going to be leveraging Sales Navigator. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Sales Navigator, some of you guys have been following me for a while, maybe you use this. Sales Navigator, I believe, is one of the greatest uh, social media tools on the face of the planet right now, because you can go in to Sales Navigator. I'm going to show you this in a second, and literally pinpoint your ideal client in like 2 seconds. You can literally find tens of thousands of your exact ideal client, and you can directly plug them into this system, which we're going to talk about as well, to get them into clients, get them into book calls, et cetera, and grow the business. So Sales Navigator, if you guys are familiar with this, there's thousands and thousands of clients. This is one search. This is obviously our ideal client. One of our client bases is a lot of digital marketing agencies, right? And so you can see here, this is around 1,000 people just in this one search, but we have a ton of different searches. Like if I show you maybe one of these ones here, there should be a few thousand. Yeah, there's 3,000 ideal clients of ours that we're targeting. So using these filters, you can find companies, especially people with like 1 to 10 employees. You can also go up to like, 11 to 50. I found that headcount, usually they're making more money, which is better clients. Clients have money. A lot of problems is people, are dealing with people that aren't a good fit. They're dealing with the wrong people. But here you can get in front of the right people. So you can go and target CEOs, founders, and this even works. We have even clients that are selling business, like BizOp type offers, fitness offers. I was working with this guy here in my building. He makes 50K a month with a fitness offer, just off LinkedIn, utilizing this process of reaching out and setting into calls. And so we'll dive into that. But we can tap into your exact ideal client base using these filters. Now, the main ones we use are this company filter here, company headcount, the job title, the geography. You can even get into specific states if you want as well, or specific cities. Years of experience is another one that we use a lot, usually 3 to 5 years and beyond. So you can get more of an established person. Again, you just have to think about who your ideal client is. And then you can use these targeting parameters at the top here, like we're targeting in this example, AI agencies, people that are running marketing agencies specific to AI. And this is where most people get it wrong as well, is they only focus on like the niche, but they don't go into the sub niches, right? And so with this, we can get very sub niche specific. And from in here, what we can do is we can go deeper into the actual ideal clients that you want to target. So once we have this dialed in, now when you're using Sales Navigator, it's very important for you to understand like who the ideal client is, and you can even go deeper into like connections. So like, let's say 2nd degree connections or 3rd degree connections or group members. We'll talk about groups in a second as well, because you can target very large groups. We're in some very large groups that have like 2 million plus people in there, and we can filter by those exact ideal clients. And then I'll show you in our automation sequence that we use, where we can actually reach out to people through groups, through open emails, and we can get a lot more outreaches in, and we can book a lot more people into calls. So this is what we use next. So once we have our list, we basically go in there, we come up with our list. Obviously, that's going to be different for every single person, but to show you like a depiction of this, we use Sales Nav. We identify our ideal clients. Once we have this dialed in, we want to keep it simple, because if you add too many, it's going to, basically dilute your search and dilute the type of person you want to get in front of. Then what we do is we plug them into our automation sequence. Now, I've used so many different tools over the years. I pioneered this. I started using this in like 2018. So I've been using this for like 7 years, and we use Ulink, and Ulink, extremely good tool. It's invite only. I have a partnership with them. So we have a partner only program where we let all of our clients get access to this. But essentially, we have fully automated sequences, and you can see here, we get extremely high connect rates and reply rates. So you can see here, out of the 464 that we basically connected with here, 464. And if we have 242 divided by 464, that's a 52% response rate. It says 17%, but that's on connection request, which is really high. But we're getting a 52% response rate. Try to do that with cold email. Try to do that with automated text messaging. I'm telling you, you're not getting these results. LinkedIn is one of the only platforms where you get extremely high connect rates and extremely high response rates. So we're getting extremely high response rates. And the more conversations that we have, the more people that reply to us, the more we book into calls. It's really that simple. And so once we have this automation sequence going out, we have a sequence of messaging. And I will show you this. It's very simple. Like a lot of people overcomplicate this. We literally say, how is it going? And then people respond, right? So people overcomplicate it. They just pitch. And then we kind of, if they don't respond, then we have a sequence of messaging. But usually they reply off of this first initial connect message. And then once we have this response, we actually go in there back and forth 3 times and then book them into a call. And we have this down to a science. Now, it typically takes around a week, 7 days, maybe 14 days max of getting this process dialed in towards its rinse and repeat, right? Where you know what they reply with, you know which question to ask. And obviously, you know, with our clients, we actually would like help you script out the messaging, especially when they reply. Most people don't know how to reply, and we'll talk about that as well, around how to actually reply and convert people into calls, because that's the name of the game. But once we get them into a conversation, we go back and forth around 3 times, and then we book them into a discovery call. And it's very non-invasive. A lot of people just go and try to they ask very invasive questions. They try to ask what's their problem right now, or they just pitch people. Doesn't work. And so what we do is just back and forth 1 to 3 times. We get what we kind of understand what their pains are using problem awareness-based questions, open-ended questions, consequence-based questions. We open it up in terms of what they want. And then we make a very soft, subtle pitch, quote unquote, and we book them into calls. And so what we initially do is book them on a quick around 10-minute discovery call, which is very it's very low sales resistance, right? If you're trying to get someone direct onto a 45-minute sales call, I'm telling you, it doesn't work as well. So you get them on a quick 10-minute discovery call. We use a pre-selling mechanism. So once we get on the discovery call, we would set the second call from that first initial call. So while we're on the call, at the end of the call, we book them into a second call, which is typically 30 to 45 minutes. And in between the 2 calls, this is extremely important that you guys listen to this, because people try and mimic and copy this stuff that I share very openly. Again, I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm going to actually show you the systems and everything that we're using as well. And this is I'd say the most important part. You could even ask people on my team. You can ask Noah, anyone on my team. When we use this, skyrocket our close rate. Because now you turn, and this is such a beautiful thing about this process, is you turn an outbound prospect, meaning someone that you DM'd on LinkedIn, into an inbound sales appointment where they know what you do, how you do it, how you're different from everyone else, because you have to frame the pre-selling mechanism. And this is typically done in around a 15-minute video with some case studies. And if you don't have case studies, it's fine. You can just hit them on the pain and the transformation you're going to deliver. And when you get on this second call, it's like they're an inbound prospect and you could just close them. And you've already built heavy rapport on the initial call, set them on this call, and then boom, you close them as a client. Now, what this looks like depicted in real time is you have a clean, very professional profile, and you want to optimize for high connect rates, because once they connect with you, that is a lead, right? So we optimize for this. We don't have anything salesy on here, literally nothing salesy because when they first look at our profile, the first impression is this guy's not going to sell me some shit, right? And so when we do it like this, we get high connect rates. You can see from here, we're getting 33% connect rates on this. We have 25. We probably average around 25% across all of our accounts, which is still really high, especially these days. And before, back in the day, we used to get we'd average 40%, but over time, things get less efficient, but it's still around 25% or higher connect rates consistently across the board. From there, we filter for our exact ideal clients. Now, your niche and what you do is going to be a little bit different. So we just got to really pinpoint and find out what did they call themselves so that we can really dial in on this ideal avatar. Once we get it, we plug them into here. Again, we go back and forth. We have automated messages. Once they reply, we go back and forth about 1 to 3 times, and I'm going to show you how we do that. And then we set them into a call in the calendar. Very, very, very simple. And so that's what we do there. And then from here, we get them on a quick 10, 15 minute, even 20-minute chat, but we frame it as like a 10, 15-minute chat. We run them through a discovery call script, book them onto a 45-minute sales call. From the 45-minute sales call, we use the pre-selling mechanism, right? Before the sales call. Then we get them onto the sales call, run them through the sales script, and then boom, you can collect payments every single day, every single week, like clockwork. So that is the system. We're going to go deeper into it. But if you guys want this system for your own business, this is what you got to put in place, because this is a little money printer and you could do it organically. And who else do you know that's just printing calls organically with zero ad spend? It's very, very efficient. So once you plug them into the automation system, right? We have the automated steps going back and forth. And then I'll just show you some examples. We have a ton of people that we're messaging on a daily basis, but I'll just show you an example conversation. Let's see here. So you guys can see. So I'll show you this from, let's go into this. So once you do the automation sequence, there's going to be only 3 types of responses you get: positive, neutral, or negative, right? So it's either like, yeah, thanks for connecting, tell me more, or, I'm not sure, not right now, whatever. And then you get negative, no thanks, I'm not interested, right? So from here, once they respond, again, the automation is going to create this conversation for you, so we can kind of skip this step where they'll reply like, thank you, or same to you, or I'm doing great, how about you, whatever, right? Because we have a conversation starter, right? Then what we do is we go back and forth about 2 to 3 questions. Again, we're asking problem awareness questions. It's very important you understand this, because what we're trying to do is find inefficiencies, potential angles. And once you know this, it's rinse and repeat every single time, because you know what their inefficiencies are, you know what their problems are, and you're just asking the question to set it up where you can just, boom, slam dunk it, and it's an easy call, and it's just rinse and repeat every day, where you can book these in. And then we're to talk about this, where you can eventually delegate this to someone else, an appointment setter or an assistant that books these calls for you automatically, and you can just close, eventually even bring on a closer, and then you can just automate your business and make money. And so what you do here, right? You ask them a question, problem awareness. And so you can see here, we ask them, how are you currently finding your clients? That's a problem awareness question, right? And then what we do is we position the angle. So they're going to reply. And then what we're going to do is we're going to position our unique offer, or how we can help them solve their problem, get their desired result in a unique way, and then frame it and book them onto a call. Okay. So she said, good damn question. Like right now, mostly organic. I have a new ad campaign, right? What do you do? So if they ask, we'll tell them what we do, and we'll kind of frame it exactly what they want based on their profile. And we kind of frame it to them, and then we ask them to jump on a call, right? So she doesn't have a good system to get clients, right? So we frame it. Once we position the offer, then what we do is we propose the call. We usually propose 2 dates and 2 times. And then once they commit to that, we grab their email and phone number, and then we book it into your calendar ourselves. We don't send the Calendly link because it doesn't work. You can try it, but we get way higher booking rates when we do it ourselves. So we basically say, great, what's the best number? She's like, I'm an EST, whatever, great, boom, and it's actually going up, not the other way. So great, what's the best number we can reach you at? Boom, we book it into a call. And I'll show you an example of that as well. So you can see here this, right? And let me zoom in for you guys so you'll be able to see this. Let's go in here. So, and you might need to move the chat, but like, hey, Jared, how's it going? Going well? Love to hear him, man. See you do this. So we pull something from their profile. We create this context, what I mentioned here, which is create context, right? And then what we do is we ask them a question. What do you do exactly? Right? Boom. He tells us what he does. He asks what we do. We tell them what we do, but we're very vague. And then we ask them another question. How do you deliver that? Then, yeah, we do it this way. Got it. Boom. Then we hit them with the offer. They say, yeah, I'd be open to learning more about that. Okay, perfect. Let's jump on a call. And then we minimize the sales resistance, whether we work together or not. Let's just jump on a call. Boom, book them in. Monday's good, boom, and then we book them into a call. Okay. So very simple. We rinse and repeat this process. This is just one example. We do this every single day. And so once you have it down, all you're doing every day is you're coming in and you're just replying to the conversations and booking them into calls, replying into booking them into calls. And once you have this down pat, it's a easy, simple process that you can rinse, repeat. Again, you could delegate this to somebody. Like I have someone on my team that books them into calls, and it's just so streamlined, so automated at this point that we can literally rinse, repeat. Now, once we get them onto the discovery call, we take them through a process of pre-qualifying them, seeing kind of where they're at. If they're a good fit, we book them onto, again, that sales call that I mentioned, right? And in between the calls, we drive them here to this pre-selling mechanism, okay? And what this is a video that details our system. It goes into case studies. We have video testimonials actually embedded into here as well. Like this is one of my clients, Matt, who uses the system, and he scaled from 18 clients to 75 clients and did over 7 figures with this same system that I'm showing you guys, and countless others. And so I kind of detail it out. I show you the process. There's Scott. He's doing multiple 6 figures, if not 7 figures now. Ramsey does like around 200 to 400 grand a month, or he does like 200 grand a month right now. And so basically we just kind of detail it, and we're basically selling them on our method. And then we just back it up with a ton of case studies, right? Like how Ramsey went from, added 500K and scaled to 90K in 6 months. Sergio, 50,000 a month in profit. She got 6 clients in the first week. Khalil went from 12K to 55K a month, 5K to 30K a month, 7 figures. We detail our offer, more case studies, some training. So this is where we talk about also, I haven't talked about this yet. We also leverage YouTube as well, YouTube organic. And then we also have more testimonials and an FAQ section. So very, very efficient. So when someone goes to that, and like you guys can even watch that if you want to work with me on this process, and we can help you set this up. Basically, we set this up, they watch the video, they get on a call, and we enroll them as a client. And it's really as simple as that. And so one of the big key factors to make this work extremely effective is twofold. It's getting in front of the right people with the right message and positioning it in the correct way, and then getting them onto a call, taking them through a consistent, repeatable sales process to then enroll them as a client. And of the big thing that, again, a lot of people don't understand is this video does all the selling for us. So when we're on a call with a client, but even before we get on the call with a client, they already know like exactly what we do, how we do it. And by the time they get on the call, they're already sold, right? That gets them from like a 4 out of 10 to like an 8 or 9 out of 10. Then we get on the call and they come a 10 out of 10. Very easy. And we get high close rates, 30, 40% closing rates by using this process. And we just set calls every day, just booking them in. So very, very efficient system. And that's essentially what we do. That's how you can book 2 to 4 calls a day. It's as simple as that. Very easy. And for a lot of our clients and kind of what we do specifically to help implement this, we basically go through the whole process of like implementing the process of creating the messaging, creating the offer, the LinkedIn profile, literally everything step by step. We also have some training as well within our program that we actually work with clients on in terms of implementing the system. But this is the exact system that I've been using for close to a decade now. And I pioneered the system, and a lot of people have stolen the system. They use it. And I've also taught it to a lot of people, and they've created agencies out of it as well. But this is something that, I really believe was pioneered by just grinding and figuring this out for a long time. But it's crazy. It still works extremely well to this day. And how you can scale this process, there's 2 ways to scale. So you can do it 2 ways, right? There's 2 ways to scale a business. The first way is scaling what I call vertically, right? Where you're spending more money on ads, right? So if you want to scale, you can now spend, instead of spending, let's say $50 a day, you're now spending $500 a day. and you can scale up the amount of lead flow, and you can scale up the amount of, appointments that you're booking. But the second way, and the more efficient way, is what I call scaling horizontally. Now, what this is by adding additional LinkedIn profiles and accounts. And if you think about how efficient this process is, okay, I'll give you some perspective. To get a booked call on your calendar with paid ads, you're going to be spending anywhere from, let's say, $100 to $300 just for an appointment, whether they show up or not. That's how much you're going to spend to book one appointment. Now, this works at scale when you have a high ticket offer around 5K and higher, but you have to know the economics down to a science. Okay. Well, with this system, to run, how many accounts do we have? We have 5 LinkedIn accounts, and we're averaging around 1 to 2 booked calls a day per LinkedIn account. So we're averaging like 6 to 9 calls. Let's just say on average, we're averaging around 6 calls a day. Okay. Well, 6 calls a day times, let's say 5, that's 30 a week, times 4, that's like, let's say 100 discos in a month. In order to do that, at, let's say on average price, let's say a medium, like $200, I'd have to spend $20,000 a month on ads. Okay. And this system I could run for under $500 with that amount. Okay. Which is insane, but that's how you scale horizontally. Okay. And so what we do is we have, if I zoom out, we have 5 LinkedIn accounts, and each of these LinkedIn accounts is targeting their own little sub niche. And they're all getting, again, like 23% reply rates, and we're getting very high response rates. And every single day when we wake up, we go into the inbox, we have people ready to book on calls every single day. And so this is how you can efficiently scale. And so again, there's 2 ways you can scale it. The first way is through paid ads, or you can do this, and you can scale horizontally and add additional LinkedIn profiles. And it's very, very efficient. And again, if you just want to get to that like 20, 30, 50K a month mark, very profitable. You're going to be operating at like, especially if you sell info or coaching, consulting, or agency, you're going to be operating at like 80, 90% margins with your business. And then you can use that if you wanted to feed your paid ads. So you use horizontal scaling, this kind of method, to then scale it. And if you have a very efficient offer, you can just keep doing more of what works, less of what doesn't. And you can delegate this, and you can have someone on commission that just sets you appointments, and they manage this entire process for you very, very efficiently. But at the beginning, you need to be able to book calls and get clients. And so with our clients, how we work, we also have a full training program on how to set up the entire LinkedIn system. We go into extreme depth on like how it works, how to set it up, basically everything, profile setup, the messaging sequences, literally everything you could possibly need to set the system up and get clients. And then we also have, and which I didn't talk about, we also leverage YouTube. And now with YouTube, which is a funny process because everyone's trying to go viral on YouTube, right? Well, with my videos, I'm using it for middle and bottom of funnel content, meaning I want the people that watch my YouTube, but watch my LinkedIn, that go on LinkedIn, or that we book calls from. I want them to consume my content. I'll give you a prime example. This guy booked a call, Disco, had a sales call with him. He didn't buy yet. He watched my YouTube video, got on a call with me, second call, and closed because of my YouTube content. And this is what nobody understands. And so I just literally don't even edit my videos. I literally just sit here and give gems. And some of you guys watch my content, but I use it to drive people to my VSL. And I use it for people that already are in my world or in my funnel, and I get them to convert even more. So we also have a full YouTube training that we help our clients with as well, to basically go forth in terms of getting clients. So we have a full, we have a YouTube mastery program that shows you everything that you could possibly need in terms of the YouTube funnel, how to drive people to the pre-selling mechanism, how to come up with YouTube video ideas, packaging, titles, thumbnails. And this isn't even taught by me. This is taught by my brother. And my brother has a YouTube agency. He's worked with some massive creators, like Ali Abdal. If you know who Ali Abdal, he ran his agency. And so he has like 6 million subscribers. And so he helped grow his channel. And so we teach you the YouTube stuff as well, not from me, but from someone way better than me. And my brother has an agency that scales YouTube channels. So we use mainly LinkedIn to book calls. And then we use YouTube as a supplementation to this existing content. And we put out very raw, direct, super valuable videos that are used for middle and bottom of funnel. This is where most people don't understand. They try to go viral with this stuff, but you do this, you don't even need a big channel because look, anyone that wants to make 100 grand a month or that wants to scale past 10 to 50K a month, I only got 165 subscribers, but people are booking calls from this because it's so relevant to them. Okay, so you just got to think about it for your niche. You don't need to go get crazy amount of views, but they're going to book into calls because it's so relevant to their situation, especially what we're going to show you to create. So that's essentially what we help you do in terms of setting the system up. Now you can take this and you can run with it. Like I'm literally sharing you the sauce. Like this is what we do. And like you may think it's more complicated than this. It's really not. And like it's actually hilarious because it just works. So literally it's just we run these campaigns. Now, obviously, you got to know how to, respond back and forth and how to, get them to converse with you, how to convert them into conversations, conversations into discovery calls, how to create a really strong pre-selling mechanism and convert them. That's everything that obviously we would help you with. But this is the sauce. This is the system. And so just want to share this with you guys. If you guys have any questions, I want to answer any of your questions because this is for you to learn this stuff. And I don't want to just be here presenting this stuff. So if you have any questions, either pop in the chat or I can promote you to a panelist and we can chat here one-on-one. So if you guys have any questions about the system, or if you guys want to dive into anything deeper on how this works, or if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. Or if you want me to go deeper into this stuff, but this is everything that you possibly need to grow the business and get clients. And if you do want help with this stuff, you guys can check out our pre-selling mechanism as well. You could book a call with me or our team. Very straightforward, very simple. We don't overcomplicate it every single day. And even Noah, who's on here as well, which I don't know, Noah, if you want to share some stuff as well, but you can pop in as well. But yeah, if you have a question, I can promote you. Either you can chat or you can type it in the chat, Prashant. Let me know if you want to pop it in the chat or have a chat here. So I can allow you to talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. So I know LinkedIn is strict on using external tools. Using Ulink, will that impact one or more LinkedIn profiles?
I've used LinkedIn and Ulink for 10 years, almost 10 years. And we've had zero issues. And that's why you can't even sign up for it online because it's invite only and it's not a Chrome extension and it doesn't scrape or crawl. So it's not a scraper crawler or an extension. It's actually built directly within their API, which is not against their terms of service. So we've been using this for years and man, it's so efficient. So you don't have to worry about that. Again, I've been using it for 10 years. None of my clients had an issue with it. The only thing that you ever will be worried about on LinkedIn is if they try to ID verify you. If you have an ID verification, you just have to submit like your ID and you're back up in like a day. And you only usually have to do that one time and then you never have an issue.
Okay, thank you. And then for the different profiles that you have, do you have it under different names or is it under one name?
Yeah, each of these are real people and real profiles. Now, some of these don't even they don't even work at my business. Like I'll give you an example. Alec, let me show you Alec. He's just one of my friends that and I took his profile and we just manage it and we just duplicate everything that we have on our profile. We just have the profile image and photos and everything. But yeah, we little profiles and stuff. It's gonna get shut down. But we use all real profiles.
Okay, excellent. And then when you use Ulink, do you obviously you have the list from Sales Navigator. So do you import it into, or do you connect it to LinkedIn Navigator? How does that part work?
Yeah, you can automatically, let me show you. You can automatically, here, let me pull it up. You can literally just copy and paste the Sales Navigator URL directly into here. So you literally just type in Sales Navigator and you just paste it in, and it automatically pulls in all of the leads into the system.
Okay, awesome. If we had to start this ourselves, how do we get links to Ulink? Because you said it's invite only.
So, I mean, that's what we do with our clients. So if you want to work with us, we can help you set it up and we can get you this up and running within 7 days. And a lot of our clients are booking calls within the first few days. We had a client recently, Manny, closed 2 clients in the first week and a half. Another client, Steve, he got 8 booked appointments in the week and a half, 4 closing calls, and he has 2 pending for like 3,500 a month for his agency. So we set you up, and so everything is actually inside of our training program, but it's only through us that you can get access to it. You can use these other tools, but honestly, Ulink is the best. And one thing that's a benefit of using Ulink is we can get, you can see here, 250 outreaches a week or higher per profile, which is way higher than you could do with a regular LinkedIn account. So we can get around
Got it.
250 to upwards of 350 a week, because we also use open in mails, we use group messages, we use these other like automated tools. And you can see here we can get up to 1,000 outreaches, to all the way up to 2,000 per month per profile.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Awesome. No, thank you for answering all my questions. I appreciate it. Great presentation, by the way.
Awesome, awesome, no problem. Cool. Noah, you want to talk or?
Yeah, basically to really just add on to more what Mitch is saying in the process of how we do it, like we literally book 6 calls a day from it, and we have the process so dialed and so smooth because you have to think about it like this. Well, you guys have probably seen people do LinkedIn all day, every day. You're getting hammered. Well, do you think that they're booking calls? No, 99% of people aren't booking calls from LinkedIn. And how are we booking? How are we booking 6 calls a day? So I know for a fact the process works because I book calls, Mitch books calls, and we're doing it every single day. And the process, he's he's literally pioneered the process, and he's been doing this for the last 10 years. That's really all I have to
Am I
say.
and am I gatekeeping anything?
No, this is literally
No, this is
exactly.
literally what we do, which is the funniest part. It's like, yo, I came on here. I'm like, yo, Noah, what should I show them? He's like, man, just show them the system. I'm like, all right, like, because look, I can show you this. You guys can like try and reverse engineer what we do, but like the like I literally show you the whole system. But like the key that makes it work is how you do it. Not what you do, it's how you do it, right? And so like I can sit here all day and say you need this and that, but it's like the messaging is so key and how we do it is so masterful. Like Noah, he was trying to do it. I was like, oh, I just thought he could get. He knew how to do it. He was spending like a like 2 weeks trying to figure it out, and he's like, I was like, oh, I thought you knew how to do this. He's like, no, I showed him how to do the messaging. Literally, he started booking 2 to 4 calls a day, literally that same week, just by understanding how to do it. And the key of it is asking these problem awareness questions, right? So we go back and forth, we find out what they want, and then we just position what they want. It's very easy, and we don't pitch in the chat, which is counterintuitive. People think you need a pitch. No, we do a soft prescription, but that's about it, based on what they want. But it's getting them to open up, creating that rapport, right? So, but yeah,
Exactly, exactly what he's saying. Like we could even give you more sauce. It's like, well, example, like if you pitch them right away off the rip, like 99% of people on LinkedIn, how are you supposed to get them on a call? They already know what you're doing and what you want and what they're gonna get out from you already. So that's basically kind of like how we do the process. Exactly. We're not hiding anything. This is exactly how you do it. And
one hundred percent.
that's really all I have to say.
I see the chat, Nevper. So, how do you add more LinkedIn accounts? Well, we don't even we use real profiles, right? So like if you want a second LinkedIn account, go ask your girlfriend, go ask your like we have Noah's mom's account, right? So like go like I have Jeff's account, I have my buddy Alex's account. They don't work at my company, right? Like literally I have 5 of them and only 2 of us actually work in the business, right? And we could just keep stacking on them, but like we just get them so dialed at this point, we could probably add like 10, 15 and we never even have to run a paid ad in our life, right? So uh, like you could just get this whole process dialed in, but yeah, that's how we do it. And we don't use any, you know, uh, you know, black hat solutions. We literally just use real profiles. Now, if you could use someone in your business, like a business partner or your spouse, like whoever's not using their LinkedIn profile, go use their profile. Now, would this work for Ernest Young? Just using them as would this work for Ernest Young? 100%. This can work for any niche. Like we have a guy that's doing a business opportunity, helping people start a software business. Now, most people aren't necessarily waking up thinking about creating a software business, right? But the way that we position it, it's innately on what they want. And then he's just the vehicle and the solution. They want to make more money. They want automated passive income. They don't want to be in their job. They want to do something more fulfilling. Well, that is an opportunity for them. Now we have other people there with a fitness offer or high performance offer or an agency offer with a content creation offer, counting. Like I've done this in so many niches. I have so many case studies. If you guys look on this page, I have a ton of testimonials. Like I literally pioneered this. I also have a Google Drive of probably 100 plus video testimonials. Like this process is so dialed in, and it's so funny because literally what I just showed you, all these guys used to make 6-7 figures online. And I have a ton of them. I even have more on my YouTube channel, but are unlisted. But like literally, this is how it works. Like I've had guys come in here, 90K a month, 20K a month. This girl actually, Jennifer, she was doing medical device sales. She did 21 million in sales, which is pretty insane, off of LinkedIn, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, you can print and book calls like easily with this process. So, and if you guys do want to set up, again, you guys can go to this link. You can book a call. You can see our process in more depth. And we can set it up. Again, what we're showing you is what we use every day and what you need. So if you have any other questions, let me know. My offer is to make business owners' life great upon exit. It's different than an obvious problem. Yeah, but the thing is, Steve, it's like this. Okay, well, you think that these business owners want to exit their business, but why do they want to exit their business? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Okay, and then what is their problem right now? Right? So what we need to do, and this is where you're asking problem awareness questions. So immediately when I connect with you, let's say you're a business owner, and Steve, what I would do is I would target them only with 10 plus years of experience in their current business and with an employee count of whatever you want and a specific niche. Let's say it's trades businesses or or home improvement, for example, right? And what you do is once you get in front of them, you ask them a question around, hey, how's it going? You get them to respond. Or, hey, John, it's great to connect. How's everything on your end? Oh, it's going good. How's it going? You're used, like, think about a natural conversation you'd be at a networking event. Then you ask another question. Now you don't want to go too hard on you want to ask an open-ended question that gets them to respond again. Right? So I see on your profile, you run a roofing company. Tell me a little bit more. Like, would you guys specialize in commercial or residential? What does that typically look like? Oh, we do residential. Okay, awesome. And I see you've been running this business for 10 years, man. Like, I guess, and then you ask another question that would get them to open up. I don't know, one around, are you thinking about, hanging the jersey on the Raptors or, something like that? Like, you could ask them a question to see if they're like, potentially, I would even do it on the third one, not the second question. I would ask them something else that gets them to open up, problem awareness. Then on the third question, I would ask them something, either go straight for the call or see directly if they're open or they're looking at selling their business. but more so on what they want based on their desires. And again, each back and forth is like another pick of the lock. Once you do this for a week and you understand this philosophy and this understanding of it, boom, you start unlocking the safe, and you're going to start booking calls consistently. But that's how you do it. You ask problem awareness question, and then you're going to see if they're looking to potentially exit the business, and you frame it as, I can share with you and give you a evaluation, whether you're thinking about exiting or not. At the very least, just see what your business is worth and see how you could potentially make a few tweaks to make it even more valuable if you were to sell it, whether we work together or not. How does this date and this time work for you, John, where we can have a quick connect call? They're so open. If you just take what I just transcribed, what I just said there, you could book calls just on what I just mentioned. But that's how you do it. That's how you book calls. That's how you print with this. And you do that every single day. And you just do it for a specific niche. You understand now their tendencies, their pains, their problems. And you're asking questions that would elicit that pain. You know, like, how long have you been doing it? Oh, I've been doing it for 20 years. Boom. That might be an in right there towards, you can then even ask another problem awareness question to see if they are open to selling or hanging up the jersey and exiting the business. And then you frame it as a very low sales resistance. And then you set them into a call. I'm giving you guys sauce right now. This is how you do it. If you guys have any questions, pop in the chat. And if you guys do want to have a chat, we can have a chat and we can. Yo, that's sauce. Yeah, Alicia. Yo, that's sauce. If you want to post that so everyone can see, yo, that's some sauce. Yo, you do that, Steve? Yo, you're booking calls every day. I'm telling you. You do that. Because look, now you're just reaching out to people that potentially have the problem. Then what you're doing is you're pinpointing their pain through problem awareness question, right? Asking how long they've been in business, that could create pain. Oh, I've been doing this for 20 years. John, maybe you can have that exit, you know? Boom. No pain, no call. Exactly. So you gotta, it's very important how you do this process. But yo, if you guys have any questions, pop in the chat. This is literal sauce. Like literally we do this every day. Like hopefully you guys are good. What do you do when they don't respond? We absolutely hammer them. So we have a messaging sequence that goes for probably 8 or so messages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 messages that we keep following up with them, and we get progressively more direct. Right? So we're asking question. Okay, you're not responding. Pitch. Case studies. Pitch. And we kind of just progressively get more and more direct as we go. But honestly, if you do it right, you can get results like this, where you're getting, 50+%. I'm getting like a 56% reply rate. 136 replied out of 220 connects, and this is a brand new campaign. So we're getting extremely high response rates, and then we go back and forth, and then we book them into call, and we're getting high booking rates, right? This is how you do it. Very straightforward, very simple. And then again, you can replicate this. Can you start with one profile, then add another one? I recommend you start with 2 to start, and then you can go forth with that. But yeah, and I appreciate that, Alicia. Yeah, this is something that I've been doing for a decade, and it works so well. It's actually funny how well it works when you do it right. Like me and Noah just laugh, and all my clients are like, "Yo, this is how you do it." Like and I'll tell you, you can do this on any platform, which is hilarious. But LinkedIn works really well, and you get high quality people. You try to do it on Instagram, you're gonna get put in their message, request box and all that stuff. You guys have any questions? Literally, I'm an open book. I'll give you the sauce. Like literally whatever you guys want. Like, let's go. Will there be a recording? Yeah, I'll post a recording. But let me know if you guys have anything. Like, I'm literally gonna give you some whatever you guys want to know. And if you guys do want to chat with me directly, so you could literally get on with me. What's the reason for having 5 profiles? You probably shared, but I can't recall. You can only do a certain amount of outreaches per day per LinkedIn profile. So they usually limit you to around 100 per week. But again, we can get around 250 a week or more. And we book more calls, right? So now if you duplicate this across 5 accounts, we're doing 1,250 outreaches a week times 4 is around 5,000 outreaches a month, right? And then again, we're getting around 30% of those to connect with us, and then we're booking those in the calls. Do you have Sales Nav for each profile? No, which is cool. Is with Ulink, you can actually use one sales navigator for all accounts, and you literally save hundreds of dollars a month for it. So we only have one profile, and then what I can do is literally just push this button, and I can send this search to whatever account I want, which is very clutch. Before we couldn't do that, but now we can. Yeah, it's pretty badass. So that's essentially what we do. And then we just duplicate this across multiple profiles and we scale it up. And that's how you can scale. And that's what I was kind of referring to here, where you're scaling horizontally, right? So with paid ads, you're scaled by spending more money. With this, you just use additional LinkedIn profiles, right? So if we have 5 LinkedIn profiles, again, we can get 5,000 outreaches. And then again, we're able to book more calls. So if we can typically book 1 to 2 per day per profile, right? So if you duplicate that across 5, you're booking 5 to 10 appointments a day. And we're booking on average around 6 to 7 a day for us right now. Who does the automation work for you? So that would be Noah. He manages it all right now. Yeah, so but I taught him how to do it. And then once you learn it, you can pass it on. And then once Noah knows it, Noah will pass it on to a setter and he will close, right? With my last business, I had probably like a dozen of these accounts, and I had appointment setters closed, and I wasn't even involved in the process. And my business was making $10,000 to $20,000 a day. And we were also running paid ads. We were doing both. So this is how you can scale. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Like you can get to $100,000 a month because it's all profit. Yeah, no problem, Alicia. How did you learn it if for technology starts all the time, specifically nowadays? So yeah, I make it sound so easy because I've been doing it for 10 years. But everybody doesn't know how to do it. It's funny. Even these LinkedIn gurus, you laugh, like you look at their message, like I even get them. They suck. They suck. How did you learn it for technology starts all the time? Well, I used to do this manually. So I started doing this in my dad's basement, just hammering people manually. And then once I did it and I started to compound, I saw the compounding effect after like 3 months of me just adding a bunch of people. And I'm like, yo, this is super powerful. Closed a couple of clients doing it manually. And then I was using some like bootleg automation that used to be like a client app. Like you have to download it onto your computer, have it running while you're there looking at it. It was so inefficient. And then I found Ulink, like again, 2018. And I've been using it ever since. And I've tried these other tools, those ones where like they like one of your posts and then they view your profile and all that bullshit. It doesn't work. Just direct connect in the DMs, set into a call, create conversations, book calls. It's so easy. The whole goal is to create conversations, book calls, and then you use your YouTube content from bottom and middle of funnel to make them warmed up, and you use your pre-selling mechanism to pre-sell them before the call. But where we book all of our calls is literally just through this process. We literally just set them onto discos and we book them into the calendar. Literally that easy. Now with AI, we've tested AI. Like I actually had full AI automation with this. You can do it, but it's very nuanced. And honestly, we're getting really good results. Yeah. Man, I followed you on social media since you started. Admiring. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I've been doing it a long time. And like, I've also spent millions of dollars on paid ads. I know YouTube really well. Like if I wanted to, I could blow up YouTube, which I'm probably going to do that as well. But like LinkedIn just works really well for us, especially for this offer. And it works for any offer. It doesn't even matter what you sell because it's just a database with 900 million people on it that you can literally pinpoint, target, and reach out to, which is insane. And if you do it right, you can book a lot of calls, you can make a lot of money with it, and it's all profit, which is the best part. Like we spend, again, like a few $100 a month across 5 profiles to book that many calls. If you're trying to get 6 calls a day from ads, you're spending, let's say 6 calls a day times, again, we did the math. Let's say, even if you were getting like $150 calls, you're spending like $900 a day on ads times 30. You're paying like, yeah, 20, 30 grand a month on ads. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, again, I'll stay on as long as you guys need. If you have any questions, obviously you want to go into Q&A and anything you guys have, but let me know. And if you guys want help with this, we can help you. Only the LinkedIn part. How much is this money wise? I know. Never asked the question how much. Yeah. So right now we have this at a very affordable cost. And if you guys do want to get started, we do sell it for $3,500, just transparently. But if you guys do want to like get started on it, I'll do a deal for $2,800 for anybody that's on this webinar. One time, I'm gonna raise that. I'm actually putting it where it's gonna be like $2,800, and then after like 8 weeks, it's gonna be $199 a month to keep access, because you get direct access to me on live coaching calls every week inside of our community here, where you can literally jump on with me every Thursday. I do a live call where we share screens and we can dive in. There's a community. There's everything that you can get access to in here as well. Yeah, and you get access to Noah as well. And Noah will actually help you. He'll give you the sauce on the messaging, on the targeting. He'll help you set everything up. He knows it like a back of his hand now. So you get on a one-on-one call with Noah. He'll help you set everything up and implement it, and you'll have this up and running within a couple of days. Literally a couple of days, and you can start booking appointments literally by next week. Literally by next week, you guys could be booking calls. So for anyone that's on the webinar, if you want to get access, I'll do a deal, $2,800, which is extremely affordable. I used to sell my other program back in the day for $5,800, so almost $6,000. But this one, $2,800, you get access to me, and I'll give you access to the community, the live calls, and the course, and any updates indefinitely. So you guys will be grandfathered in. You'll be my OGs. And so yeah, just to tell you, like, we literally sell this for $3,500 every day of the week. So, but for you guys, I'll do it for $2,800. If you do want to chat about that, you can literally get on with me, and I'll give you the sauce. We'll go into your specific offer. We'll help you refine your offer as well. That's another thing we'll help you do, and so you can really scale. So if you want to do it, you can go there. There's a link here to book a call, and we can have a chat. And you can also see the case studies and what we do. But it's very straightforward. But hopefully you guys see, and this opens your eyes. This is what you guys need to do. And if you guys aren't booking calls and you don't want to spend a lot of money in ads, you don't want to post endless content, like you don't want to, like, literally on YouTube, like people, these days, whatever, you can post YouTube videos, get clients. Yeah, it's a case, but look, you need to also be generating a lot of traffic. Now, can you do it and drive a lot of traffic to it? Sure. But I'm telling you, the fastest path to start booking calls is literally run this up, get the right people, go back and forth, book them on the calls, and we're going to show you how to do the sauce in the DMs. Literally how to book calls. And if you just implement this, you can spend 30 minutes to an hour a day maximum. But we have this down to literally a science. Noah actually has full live call booking examples showing you how to do it. He literally goes in the chat and shows you how we're booking calls. We have a whole DM setting framework and process that we go through. Literally at the whole sauce, like how to launch campaigns, how to set it all up. It's down to a science. And for you guys, again, it's going to take you probably about a week to like get the sauce down in terms of like, what are the questions you should ask? But we're going to give you what we believe your top, like, this is going to work because we know it works. And then you already get like 0.01% ahead of everyone else because we're giving you the sauce on day one. So again, you can literally implement this exactly what I'm showing you. If you want additional context and training. I also have a full sales training. And yes, Alicia. So for you guys, $2,800 one time. We get you in, we get you set up, and we work with you for the long term. Usually it's 3,500, and I'm not BSing. Like literally closed a client yesterday for that. So it's the $2,800 if you guys want to join. I'm giving you kind of like a deal for you guys, and yeah, so very, very affordable. And again, we're doing this because once you get this, we'll help you scale even further. So yeah, we can chat. We can go through the details on the call. We can get you set up with it. And then boom, I directly connect you with Noah. One time, he'll help you set up campaigns, and then we get this up and running. So very, very efficient. And you'll have access to the training. And again, these aren't crazy long, like you don't need to go through it. It's literally a 10-minute video showing you the sauce on how to create your LinkedIn profile. Messaging sequence, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, how to do the messaging. LinkedIn Sales Navigator, 18 minutes, how to find your ideal clients, right? Launching your campaigns, maybe a little longer, 10 minutes, 18 minutes. Boom, show you exactly how to do it, how to launch them. DM setting process, this is a 10-minute video showing you the sauce. So it's not a crazy long course. You don't need a long course. You just need to know what to do every day and then just do the same thing every day and book calls, make money, get clients results, scale your business, and then delegate it, and then travel the world. That's what you could do. And then we support you. We have live calls every week and community, so you can ask questions, and then you get direct access and one-on-one calls with Noah to set everything up, and then he'll even help you with the messaging, everything like that. So if you guys want to learn how to do this, book 2 to 4 calls very efficiently every single day. You can go, like I said, you can go book a call, and we'll give you a special offer. If you guys need some help, we do have some, finance options as well, so you can split it up if you need it. Most clients just go full pay, and we get this up and running fast. So if you guys have any other final questions, let me know in the chat. And Alicia, we're looking forward to working with you. We're gonna crush it. We'll get it up and running fast for you, and we're gonna run it up. Yeah, this is literally everything you need. Super simple, and we'll get it dialed in. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. I'll take any final questions, and then we'll wrap things up, and then I'll send out the replay. You guys can study this playbook, and you guys can implement it. Again, I'm showing you the sauce. I'm not gatekeeping anything, but we can help you guys implement it, execute it, and make it work extremely, extremely well in any niche that you in and any offer that you have. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Any questions? Let me know. I see there's still a bunch of you guys in the chat. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. Well, if there's anything you guys want, you can hop on a call with me. Again, we can go into details. I'll show you and go into a deeper demo if you want. We could share screens. We can dive into all that stuff as well. So you guys can go to that link here in the chat. You guys can go and book a call with me, and we'll help you set this up. So go book the call, and what we'll do is we'll run on, and then I'll also give you guys this replay. If you guys want to see the replay, you guys can study it. I'm literally giving you the sauce. If you just implement what I show you, you guys are going to make money, and then you can come to me. I'll help you make even more money. But this is everything you need, and we can help you implement it, set it up. And anybody that wants to implement this, we'll give you that special deal as well, because I love you guys, and I want to see you guys win. So let's do this. God bless everyone that came on the webinar, spent their time, and let's get this set up. Let's get you rocking and rolling. Me and Noah are here to support you guys. And if anything, just take massive action on what I showed you. Implement this, and you will absolutely make money. I've done this with 1,400 clients. I have like 200 plus 300 video testimonials. It works extremely well. So implement this stuff, take action, and I can't wait to see your results and work with you even further, help you scale it up, start making 20, 30, 50, 100K plus a month in profit, build and grow your business and live your life. So, and as a bonus, we'll also give you the YouTube mastery program that from my brother, show you if you want to grow and start building your YouTube channel and building authority through organic content. You only need to do one video a week, and we can even help you batch that. And there's a whole system for that to drive calls through that as well. Hope you found massive value in this video. Literally no gatekeeping. This is literally what we use every single day. This is what we use for our clients. This is what we teach our clients. If you want access to this, I'm going to drop a link. You can go and buy this. Like, you don't even need to use a sales call. You can just go literally buy it. It's very affordable. It's going to make you more money. You're going to get an ROI within the first 30 days or less. And if you do want to call, I'll also link it. If you want to book on a call, you can chat with us, see a little bit, learn a little bit more if you have any questions. But literally, I've put over 1,400 people through this program. I've also refined it over 10 times, and we use this every single day, and it's constantly shifting. We're constantly updating it, and you get direct access to me every single week to ask me questions. We can dive into more details specifically for your niche, and we'll even help you with the messaging, set everything up. So you can go, there's going to be some links in the description here. Go set it up, buy it. I've literally probably 300 video testimonials of this working. I've helped clients go from, like Ramsey, he was making $1,500 and he was actually like 40K in debt when he first came to me. Now he's making over 200 grand a month with his business, usually the same system. I have clients like Rampton making over 100 grand a month. I've had people do, like Matt, over multiple 7 figures using this. So this stuff works. So go below, buy it. We'll get you set up, or you can book a call and we'll get this dialed in. So hopefully you found massive value, and I can't wait to work with you, and let's scale this up. God bless you.